Welcome back to Real Talk with Ash. This is your host, Ashley, and today we are going to get into Josh Duggar. Who is Josh Duggar? Josh Duggar was born in Tonytown in Washington County in the state of Arkansas. Okay. So his birth date is March 3rd of 1988, and he was born to a James Robert, also known as Jim Bob Duggar, and mother Michelle Annette Rorick Duggar. So if you've ever watched, I think it's 19 Kids and Counting, those are his parents. He is the oldest of 19 children, and he grew up in a fundamentalist Christian home. So on June 15th of 2007, he entered in a courtship with Anna Renee Keller and became married on September 26th of 2008. The couple would go on to have 6 children and currently either have one on the way or actually, you know what? It's already been born. I just remembered. Sorry. Anyways, the baby was just born. So Josh was a part of TLC's reality show called 19 Kids and Counting, and he had also appeared in shows before this with his family on Discovery Health. Not sure what the shows were before that on Discovery Health because I didn't even watch 19 Kids and Counting, but I know who Josh Duggar is because he's a disgusting piece of shit. Anyways, so to follow up with that disgusting piece of shit, if you haven't heard before, which I'm sure a lot of you have, on May 21st of 2015, there was a report by In Touch Weekly that stated Josh Duggar's father, Jim Bob, had told Arkansas State Police that Josh had molested 5 underage girls between the years of 2002 and 2003 when he was 14 and 15 years old. Okay. The magazine got this information that was a redacted police report that was obtained via a Freedom of Information Act request. However, a judge in Arkansas ordered the original police report to be destroyed and the public record expunged the same time that the article was released. So in this report, there were details stating that 4 of Josh's 5 victims were his own siblings. Disgusting. Jim Bob had reported that he learned in March of 2002 that Josh had touched the breast and genital region of his sisters on multiple occasions while the girls were sleeping. His parents said that they found out when Josh confessed, but also said that at that time, the girls were unaware the abuse had even occurred. And that does not make it okay. Okay. His father said that Josh was disciplined at home. No, you don't just discipline. Sorry, this bothers me. This pisses me off. So, March of 2003, his parents found out about other incidents and victims, one of which included a babysitter of whom Josh had touched, reaching under the dress of a younger sister while she was sitting on his lap and cornering one sister in the laundry room so he could reach under her clothing. Like, he legit is a child molester, and he legit is he preys on children. He's a predator. Like, anyways, the parents of Josh had also been informed that this abuse had also happened to a much younger sibling, but the Duggars would state that the sibling, quote, didn't understand she had been quote, didn't understand she had been improperly touched, end quote. I feel like they just tried to push things under the rug. Not okay. So by then, the father had decided to bring the issue to the elders of the church. What to do? Jim Bob supposedly informed police that he had enrolled Josh in a program that consisted of counseling and physical labor. So that is the first telling of kind of who Josh is and what he did in the past. But let's get back into let's get to the most recent issues. April 29th of 2021. The U.S. Marshals would arrest Josh Duggar on federal charges of receiving and possessing child pornography. So he's still at it. So that's the thing. Okay. In my eyes, child predators, you cannot rehabilitate them. You got to get rid of them. I don't know. It's terrible. So the prosecution has alleged that Josh had obtained images in May of 2019 where the federal grand jury's indictment accuses Josh of knowingly receiving pornographic images of children under the age of 12 years old. Under the age of 12. April 30th of 2021, he would plead not guilty to the charges of receiving and possessing child pornography. Josh was awarded bail, but with conditions such as being able to have contact with his children, but only in the presence of his wife, wear an ankle monitor, get permission from his probation officer to leave his third-party custodian's home, can't access the internet, and cannot be inside a residence where there are firearms. His trial date was set for July 6th, but got rescheduled for November 30th of this year. So it was literally... Well, today is... I don't even know what today is. I don't even know what today is. What is today? Today is the 3rd. So 4 days ago, he had his trial, which I don't have any updated information on that, so I will have to look into that, and I will do another episode whenever I get more information on it. So anyways, if he is convicted, then he is looking at up to 20 years in federal prison and up to $250,000 in fines for each count. So Gerald Faulkner, who is a special agent for Homeland Security investigations, has stated that the files he found on Josh's computer were, quote, in the top 5 of the worst that I've ever had to examine, end quote. That's saying a lot for an agent who has probably actually seen quite a bit. So, disclaimer, there is just a disclaimer. This is not really graphic, but it's trigger warning. One of the videos that was found on Josh's computer was a video created by Peter Scully, which I'll do a whole nother episode on this guy later, but the video depicts the rape and torture of an 18-month-old toddler. Not even 2 years old. Rape and torture. Disgusting. I cannot handle it. I cannot even wrap my head around... I can't wrap my head around it. That sickens me to my stomach, so I don't really like to talk about that much, but this is what was found on Josh's computer. This is how fucking disgusting this dude is, okay? So the Duggar's lawyers used legal loopholes attempting to get the case against him dismissed, and the judge would describe what his lawyers tried to do as frivolous. Even more attempts that his lawyers tried to suppress evidence against Josh were dismissed by a judge who was critical of Duggar's legal team. As I was looking through social media, it looks like Josh's wife, Anna, hasn't posted on Instagram and Twitter since April 23rd, which was just a little under a week before her husband was arrested. But I think here recently, I think she might have posted that the baby was born. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I will go back and look, and if I find it, I will post it. So, some interesting family history that has came to light is that Josh Duggar's grandfather, Jimmy Lee, which was Jim Bob's dad, had actually spent a little time in prison back in the early 1980s, and it's confirmed by Amy, which is one of Jimmy's granddaughters, says that her grandfather had affairs and was not a safe person. So when she states the word safe, it's believed she is talking more about how her grandfather drank and allegedly he would get physical. So Amy also says that she was protected, but her cousins were not, and mentioned that the Duggars always had strangers staying with them who could have been bad influences or perpetrators. So she also believes that Josh has evil in his heart and that he should rot in prison, as do I. So this is all I have on Josh Duggar right now, and kind of who he is and some of the legal issues that he's had and how he is a disgusting, perverted child molester. I don't like him. I hate the dude. I really do. So anyways, this is what I have on him now. I will update it with whenever through the court records and stuff, whenever I find out a little bit more. I'll get this updated and we will go from there. And I hope that you guys have a good day, and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you.